Hey everybody, and welcome to the Jed Says YouTube channel. Have you ever felt self-conscious about something? Self-conscious happens, or feeling self-conscious happens when we don't like something about ourselves. And most of the time it's physical, like weight, or your feet are too big, or you're too tall, or your hair is not the way you want it. Or other times it can be emotional. You feel like you're too shy, not outgoing enough, maybe too outgoing. In any case, it's just, here's the thing with being self-conscious. Thinking comes before feeling. Isn't it crazy that humans are like the only creature to really compare ourselves? You know what I mean? Like no other creature is like, oh man, my antlers just aren't big enough, or man, I wish my bear nose could smell more honey. I don't even know, but we're the only creature that judges so much. We compare ourselves to other people. Is wild to me. So here's the thing: being self-conscious will create a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of stress. And the way I battle that, and the way I talk to people about combating that whole self-conscious piece, or comparing piece, really, or not feeling like you're good enough piece, is just to think of trees. Have you ever saw a tree that had too skinny of limbs? Have you ever saw a tree where like the bark is just not the right color, or those leaves aren't shaped right? That tree's not smart enough. Of course you haven't. So every tree that you see is perfect, right? We don't really think of that. What's wrong with this tree? We never really think of that, but we sure do with humans. So I'm going to make an addendum. If you happen to be a tree and you are blocking somebody's sewer line with your roots, then that's a problem. So as long as you're not blocking any sewer lines, you must be just fine too. The tricks I use to get out of this, a lot of times if I'm working with someone that feels really uncomfortable, it's typically around shame, but in that case, we'll address it really directly. This is something that you don't really want to throw out there. So when I'm working with people who are self-conscious about something, the first thing I'll say is don't talk about it to other people. So, and here's why. Nobody notices. Nobody notices. You're just like a tree to them. They see you and like, oh, there's the Jed tree, and that's how they're shaped, and that's what they are, and okay. And unless you start talking about it, oh, my head's too big, or my forehead that's really a 6 head, whatever. And then all of a sudden they will start noticing it, and you'll catch up, or you'll catch that, and it's like, oh, it'll actually increase your self-conscious piece. So don't mention it. Don't talk about it unless it's with your therapist, and then we can talk through that. So that is, let's see, anything else I wanted to say about that? I don't think so. But that is really the trick with being self-conscious, or comparing yourself, or thinking you're not good enough for whatever. Just consider yourself a tree. Everybody else does. If you need anything therapy-wise, check out my websites, www.meaningtolive.com. I might do a blog on this. Other than that, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. And if you think this video might help somebody, share it, send it. It's good stuff. That's all I'm going to say about that.